Okay, this might be the scariest site on the internet, but it also is just something you should be aware of for your safety online. This site is called geospy.ai, and it really illustrates how AI is changing digital privacy. What this site does is analyze pixel data from a photo and then cross-references that with a huge database to determine the picture's location. It actually doesn't use metadata at all. It literally uses clues in the image like plants or architecture types to determine where the picture was taken. As an example, I took a screenshot of this video I posted from work today, so I'm gonna upload it and try this one out. Oh, there's no way. It gives the coordinates too. That's so crazy. Bro, that's so nuts. There's actually a couple of these sites that have come out that can do this. But yeah, I just want people to know these exist so you can proceed with caution. Also, tune in to NXT tomorrow to watch me wrestle right here.
Yeah, be mindful of your surroundings when you post something online.
Yeah, because if you don't, you are at risk of a drone strike or a robot army invasion knocking at your door.
Welcome to Dolphin Dream House.
Yeah, welcome back everybody, and thank you so much to all of our new subscribers. Again, we are still trying to hit our goal of 100 subs by the end of May, so go ahead and like this video, subscribe to Dolphin Dream House, and let's get right to the most mysterious and strange videos on the entire internet today.
White House correspondent dinner. This seemed like MK Ultra. He rushed past security. They shot like 9 times, missed him. The man's name is Cole Allen. Well, here's some really weird connections. He's a teacher.
Oh my word.
But if you go on his LinkedIn, he worked at a facility known as NASA in the Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
Shut the
What?
You're lying.
In 2014, there is a X account, Henry Martinez. He created one single post in 2023.
Okay.
The post just says Cole Allen. It's his only post. Henry Martinez also worked at NASA in the Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
The same time? Wacky coincidence.
The banner above his profile picture is this picture. Reverse it.
Nuh-uh.
I
There's
can't really
no
see it.
way.
I'm freaking out a little bit.
And that's the only tweet, and it was from 2023.
Did you see how Trump, his plans for the ballroom got squashed? This is the alleged reason that this happened. If this is all
I
staged,
see.
he was told by a judge, you cannot use national security to do whatever you want with the ballroom. So literally he threw a ball. Well, now he's made it a national security issue.
At the
Slowly.
press conference afterwards, he's like, "This is why we need a new ballroom."
Yeah.
Well, that seems lined up just perfectly, doesn't it? I guess if there's only one way to get what you want,
Do it.
Hey, check this out.
Does everybody have a box? All right. All right, open your boxes. Open your boxes. 1, 2, 3. Go get a car. 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 Go get a car.
This is from the iconic episode on September 13th, 2004. Oprah Winfrey gave away 276 Pontiac G6 sedans. All remember this cultural moment where everyone in her audience got a brand new car. A lot of people online are noticing something and calling this a Mandela Effect. As you see in the video, everybody got boxes. You hear her say it. Everybody gets a box. A lot of people remember that the keys were actually under the seat, not in the box. This moment was etched into everybody's memory because it's never been done before. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. We all remember this moment. A lot of people, including myself, remember this moment, but remember Oprah saying, look underneath your seat. And that's where the keys were. Is this misremembering or is this a Mandela effect? I distinctly remember this moment and Oprah saying, look underneath your seat. As of right now, in this timeline, everybody got a box and everybody pulled their keys out of the box. Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm misremembering, but I remember them pulling those keys from underneath their chair. Let me know. I could be tripping on this one. Let me know.
I totally remember hearing over and over, look under your seat.
yeah, absolutely. I didn't watch Oprah a ton or anything, but I remember that moment because it was like plastered on the news for a week afterwards too.
And it's a quote that everyone would say for years afterwards. Actually, I feel like I've heard it in the last few years.
Definitely. But you guys let us know what you think down in the comments. Do you remember the boxes or do you remember her saying, look under your seat and there was keys under there?
On the 12th of May of 2026, Chinese robotics company Unitree officially unveiled their GD01, which is a piloted robot, like a manned robot that a human pilot sits inside of like an open frame for. Apparently, it's able to switch between being bipedal, like standing upright, walking like a humanoid, or also quadruped, where it can walk on four legs like an animal. It's roughly 1.6 times the height of an average adult, and it weighs around 500 kilograms when the pilot is inside of it. In the launch video, they demonstrated some of the strength of the GD01 by punching through a brick wall with one arm. Apparently, this thing is going to be marketed as a civilian transport vehicle for recreation, industrial applications, and for personal use. Apparently, they have not designed this for military use, at least according to the company. And for the price of approximately $540,000 to $650,000 US, you could own one yourself, which is basically like saying, for the price of a house, you can buy one yourself. Unitree's calling it the first mass-produced manned mecha, and they're also describing it as production ready.
Yeah, would you rather buy like a house or like a big robot thing you can walk around in?
I mean, I guess if I got the big robot thing that I could walk around in, I could just go take other people's houses at that point. And if they don't let me, I can just bust down the wall like the Kool-Aid man, like, oh yeah.
But at least the armies don't have them yet.
Jeremy Corbell just released a new UFO documentary today, and with that, there comes a whole bunch of new UFO footage for us to go through. And I'm going to show you guys all that right here, right now, so take a look at this.
Wow, how nice of Jeremy Corbell to actually disclose to us some UFO files that the government thought that we didn't need to see first, that he could just put it in a movie. How nice of him.
Yeah, what in the world was that?
I mean, even beyond the actual sightings and the footage itself, to me, what I'm wondering is, why the heck was he able to put that in a movie and release it before we got to see it?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Thank you very much, Tim. I want to thank my manager, James. I want to thank my producer, Ryan, for making the best music. Shout out all the other nominees in this category. I want to thank my label, 10K and Capital, for always supporting me. And of course, God. Without God, none of this would be possible. Shout out the Bronx.
Taylor Swift almost ruined her career because she should have never reacted like that in front of the cameras. During the event where Taylor was filmed, you can hear Ice Spice speaking and starting her speech after her performance. Then she thanks the audience and thanks God for what she has today. But that's when Taylor's face changes and shows us something strange, an expression that looked like she was in complete disagreement with what had just been said, and that's when it becomes disturbing. Taylor Swift has called herself Christian for a very long time. She has always shown it publicly. So why would simply hearing the word God trigger that kind of reaction? You can clearly see it wasn't an uncomfortable look. It was a look of rejection. You know very well that in this industry, the level of power she has doesn't come for free. There is always a price, and this video shows it clearly. First, facial reactions can't really be controlled. Taylor Swift showed her real face that day, and everyone forgot about it.
I'm surprised that Ice Spice even had enough courage to go in there and talk about God in front of all those Satanists.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole thing's all scripted anyway, so who really knows?
I'm telling you guys, you need to read some old books. So check this out. I got this book called American Antiquities and Discoveries in the West. It's by Josiah Priest. And this is a reprint from 1833. And it's got some really interesting details about who the Europeans encountered when they got to the Americas. This is stuff they don't tell you in school. And so Josiah Priest goes on to quote a professor named Rathenisk. And here's what he writes. The Americans could not have sprung up from a single nation because independently of the languages, Their features and complexions are as various as in Africa and in Asia. We find in America white, tawny, brown, yellow, olive, copper, even black nations as in Africa. Also dwarfs and giants, handsome and ugly, flat and aquiline noses, thick and thin lips. That's pretty interesting, huh? It also goes on to say that in Florida, the Indians there and the Choctaws worshipped a god called Yehovah or Jehovah, kind of like Jehovah. And as we're told, there wasn't a J in the ancient dialect, so kind of sounds like the God of the Bible. And that's really interesting when you consider that Christopher Columbus thought he landed in the land of Azareth, as prophesied by Esdras in 2nd Esdras. And this was the land where the 10 lost tribes of Israel were to travel to. So guys, he thought the Indians were Hebrews, part of the lost 10 tribes of Israel. History is way more interesting than we were ever taught.
That is crazy. Honestly, I actually saw something about the Cherokee tribe, the Native American tribe, the Cherokees, that their DNA is actually really closely related to ancient Israeli DNA. And they worshipped a god called Yah or something along those lines too. So it wouldn't shock me one bit if that was a lost tribe of Israel.
And I feel like most of the American history we were taught in school is not what really happened.
Most of it? Guarantee you all of it is fabricated, bro.
Yeah.
We're not the only country that's missing scientists.
What do you mean?
China?
What?
9 scientists in China dying very mysteriously or just going missing.
Wow.
They're all connected to AI programs, drone programs, nuclear programs, and classified space programs. But a lot of people I've been seeing are comparing it to the book 3 Body Problem. This is really weird. So in the book, top scientists start dying by others experience mental breakdowns. The author of 3 Body Problem, he himself is a scientist, an engineer, very smart. In his book, it's like real physics. Even his ideas are talked about in this thing called the SETI circles. Basically, these dudes that scan space and they look for UFOs.
It makes total sense that, like, if it were to be something big that they wouldn't want out, these are a lot of big name people in their world. They have potential to really derail a certain narrative.
And if all these people, these scientists, know very specific things that could change the narrative, they would want to eliminate that.
Man, I feel like the same stuff is happening in every single country. What is happening?
I don't know, but what I do know is that it's a bad time to be a scientist right now. Yeah, if I were a scientist right now, I'd give it all up and just go swim in the ocean like a dolphin.
Better than what you had the other day. Yeah, I told you. You know what I'm saying? You good. They take pretty good on it.
Sherman. You know what? If Sherman wound up on the ballot for president, he's got my vote, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That dude is so chill. I guarantee you he would turn this country around. Just give that man some Cheetos or Doritos, and we've got ourselves a deal.
And that's it for the video, you guys.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us. And again, we're still trying to hit our goal of 100 subs by the end of May. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to Dolphin Dreamhouse. We love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.